Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Rockhaven Customs back. We'll just take a minute to soak up that black and silver on the two Dodges there. But anyhow, let's get back on the F350. I'll show you how I built the bumper and also do some lighting upgrades on it. So stay tuned. Let's get into it.
When I was a child, they said I was a dreamer. Just another kid with his head in the clouds. I say I just refuse to settle for anything less than everything I dream. Either way, it's a long road. The world turns its back on you, and you find yourself treading through the wilderness of your mind, just trying to make sense of all the passions you've stirred up along the way. Your thoughts betray you. Doubt sinks in. Before you know it, you're like everyone else. Just another used-to-be dreamer that let the dream slip through the sands of time. Not me. The mind of every dreamer is a wilderness. But sometimes living the dream is just fighting to see the sunrise.
All right, guys. So we've got the F350 here. I've been working on the bumper for the truck. And of course, as y'all seen in the previous videos, I kind of been doing the Hot Wheels thing. So we're done with the buying spree. We got a few Hot Wheels to do a couple of little cars with in the future. So that being said, let's take a look at the F350. So what we got, as you know, it's a Ertl F350. Cut the bed off. It was a dually. Just cut the bed off. The bed is off of and I said in a previous video, is off of a spec cast, but I was wrong. I don't know why I said that. This is a green light bed that we pulled off the Chevrolet. So here's the bed. I got the headache rack. I'm gonna probably do some painting on it. Also, I've been doing some shim work on the back, but as you can see, those are just my pieces to shim the bed to get it up to where it needs to be. I did go back in and do some other work to the truck, but the reason for this video is the bumper. This bumper is all made out of styrene. It needs to be still a little body work left to do on it, but as you can tell, I tried to get the corners to line up in the grill on each side the best I could. I also tried to get it the same contour as the grill coming down on the truck. So there's our bumper. I'd also done a few other modifications to the frame since you last seen it. I did get it, I don't know if I mentioned, but I did get it where it was setting straight and level and everything. I built a doggone tires and wheels keep falling off, but it's still for mock-up. I did build a core support for the front end of it so that the truck, I ground everything out so the truck would set. When it sets, I still got to get my interior set properly, but it gives it something for the nose of the truck to set on so it sets proper. There goes that wheel again. That'll probably happen throughout the whole video, but that's just part of it. I'm still working on the rear end, trying to get a kind of a more correct style housing for it. Like I said, I've got some product here that I want to try to do some work with, and it will probably be for this also, but as you can tell, it's all C-channeled, notched and everything. But the project for tonight is the bumper. And so what I used was styrene. This is, I think it's 156, let's see. So it's a 1/4 inch wide by, it's 1.156, so I can't remember what that is. But anyways, that's the styrene I used, and I just cut some pieces to length wider than the truck and made them a little bit wider. So I took them and cut them, glued them all together, and made it, as you can see, there's 3 pieces in there. And then I also come back and did a filler piece on the top side. And as you can see, there's 3 pieces across here. There's 1 piece on top, but that 1 piece on top does go the length of the truck. And it was this here. And that is, I think it's a quarter wide. No, it's 3/8 wide. And it's about 75 thousandths thick. So I just use that as my top piece here on the top of the bumper across the top, and it connected all these together. So once you got your block like you want it, then you got to start shaping it. I took a Dremel to try to get it close to where it needed to be, and then it was a lot of file work. So fingernail files and just regular hand files, a little bit of sandpaper. So you just got to shape it, mold it, and get it where you want it. The back part here, I took a die grinder, not this one, but a smaller bit, and I come in here and took out the back part. The part that I wanted, I drew everything up as I was building it. I get the top side up, but I made it so it would set inside the frame rails, and I've still got to make some points for it to hold, but most time it'll stay on there for some reason. When the cab's on, it'll go on, and I ain't figured that out yet why, but anyways, I've got to make it so it'll fasten up inside the frame rails, and it'll tuck up underneath the headlights. So for today, I want to put some lights in on the front of it. This is probably modeled after a move bumper or iron cross bumper. So what we're going to do is just take a pencil, and we're going to mark some spots out, and we will put our lights in. Now usually on a project like this, you want to try to find your center of your bumper, or any project you're working on. You most time want to find the center. So as you can see, it's still got the forward emblem in it. So we're going to, the reason I'm doing it with the pencil so it can be sanded off very easily. So that's probably our center. Let's look at it a little closer. See? Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. So that's our center. So I'm not sure if I want to do like pods, like a square pod, or if I'm just going to drill some holes. If I do pods, I will have to take some styrene and I'll probably just glue them on. But if I do protrude, just like recessed lights, then we can drill some holes. So this is just where you have to think about how you want your model to look. I think I'm gonna do pods because I can drill out the same diameter round and put some solid pieces in, or maybe just drill some small indentions in it, and it'll look like recessed lights. So let's kind of look at it here. And I think I want to kind of put them about where the end of the grill is, so it'd be kind of here and here. So then that would be where your lights are going to go. And eyeballing it, we'll kind of put one right there. And we'll go one right there. So that's where we're going to put our lights in. So we're just going to take a drill. Let's see, where's my pin drill? Here it is. This is what I'll use to do it. And I want to get a bit that's not just too big. So I think I'm going to go with just something like this. It's a, that's probably about 60 thousandths. It's 56 thousandths. So that'll be plenty big enough. And if it's not after I paint it, I can make it a little bit bigger. It's always better to go bigger than it is, you know, trying to fix something that's too big. So we'll tighten our bit up in our little pin drill here, hand drill, whatever you want to call it. And we'll drill some holes in. So we're just going to take it and start drilling. Now you could use a drill, but this is a little more accurate. You don't have to worry about your drill bit walking and stuff. So I believe that drill is broke or something because it ain't drilling. It's a little dull, it seems like. Look at this one. And check it. We'll go back in the same hole. And there's no right or wrong on this. But as you can see, you got one hole already done there. I may go just a tad deeper just to give it a little more detail. Not much, just a little bit. Like I said, it don't take much to do it with these drills. I like that, it looks good. So we'll do the second one here. Get it lined up. I guess the good thing about this, if you mess it up, you can fill it in with some body filler or something and just scoot it over or something, or I don't know, make a new bumper. But hopefully you don't mess it up. So there's our two lights. So let's put the cab back on and just kind of see if I can get the bumper to stay, and we'll check it out, see how it looks compared to what I want. This thing's gonna probably be ornery now that I'm on camera, but we'll just hold it up. I like to get the darn thing to stay. Yeah, see? Yeah, it stays with the cab. Well, say it stay with the cab on. I just want to get it on to see what it's going to look like. Well, we're just going to glue it on with a little dab of glue because I want to see how close I am. We'll put just a smidge on just to hold it in place because I really want to see how it sets. On the truck. I tried to build this bumper out of brass. It was a nightmare, so it didn't happen. I've got it somewhere over here in my little junk pile of brass. Where's it at? That's kind of what I started with, and it just wasn't, it was not working out very well. So there's your bumper with lights in it. Of course, I'm not sitting down like I need to be, and it's just kind of sitting on there, but there's that. I may come in and maybe do some hooks or something at the bottom coming out, maybe the same as the lights, come down with some little hooks to hook the say like the truck got stuck or something, just some tow hooks or whatever. But I just wanted to show y'all that. Like I said, it's all just styrene, just kind of glued together. It wasn't nothing hard at all about it. So it does take patience, and it takes a little time, but you know, anything can be made if you're willing to do it. You just got to take the time to do it and be patient. And you know, and not everybody starts off as a great builder, so you know, it takes time and patience, and there's a lot of talented guys out there, and so, but there you go, there's the bumper for it. Next I've got to start building the steering on it and get the front end built like I want it, and got a few other odd ends. Got to get the dry shafts, figure out something about a motor and transmission and transfer case. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed that, and we will see you in a few days.